When I was a lot younger, me and my mom used to bake together. I had a lot of fun with it since I felt useful in those moments. Also, because of the sweets that came out at the end of it. But I never realized that, although she never directly said it to me, it was definitely a bonding experience with me and my mom. We're the bakers of the family and like to watch baking competitions together. I believe that if more people introduce baking to their kids, then it'll be a good bonding experience between them and the child. Not only that, but it could also help them get a good hobby and help their mental health overall. Kids today are being influenced by a lot of things going on around them. The main concept is monkey see, monkey do. Kids see adults doing all sorts of bad stuff now, especially with how accessible technology is for everyone. And the kid's eyes, if an adult does it, then it must be okay to do. However, that is not very good at all, and that kid who sees the adult do something horrid will grow up to be just like them. It's a cycle that needs to be broken. If we instead show our kids good things and good behaviors, then we can end this cycle and make the world a more valuable place to live in. Baking can help bring people together. For example, back in 2021 during the holiday season, a bunch of companies and celebrity chefs all partnered up with No Kid Hungry to help feed kids in need. This in general is a perfect influence for kids. A bunch of people coming together in order to feed the less fortunate is much more preferable for kids to be inspired rather than what are kids influenced by nowadays. Another way baking can help kids is with their mental health. Baking is considered a form of art and physical therapy to some psychologists, and some of them have done studies that show that baking does indeed help with your mental health problems. Baking can help release stress and allow yourself to be represented in what you've made. With the amount of teens nowadays experiencing mental health issues, baking would be a great way to let these teens express themselves, as well as de stress and enjoy a treat afterwards. I would heavily recommend to try out baking at least once to see whether or not it'll work for you, as a hobby or as a stress reliever. It doesn't just have to be kids that do it, adults can as well. If more adults show interest in good topics, then we can influence the generations to come and be better people. Baking doesn't just have to be cake or cookies. It can be all sorts of things like biscuits, donuts, pan dulce, anything. When it comes to baking, the only limits are your imagination.